2013 macro number 3. One more for tonight, and we're going to call it a night. Inflation and expected inflation are important determinants of economic activity. Draw a correctly labeled graph of your short-run Phillips curve. Okay, tough, just short run. Nice. Unemployment on the horizontal, inflation on the vertical. Using your graph in part A, show the effect of an increase in the expected rate of inflation. I would like to start off with, I'm going to start off showing the long run Phillips curve. What we tend to know is that point right there where these two come together is expected inflation. Right there. So if expected inflation was to increase, the only thing that makes sense is your short run Phillips curve shifts to the right here. Expected inflation has increased. Now we can show this clearly without a long run Phillips curve. But I think it's important because there's some questions in the future that you're going to run into where they want to know exactly where expected inflation. I'm thinking 2019, something like that. I can't remember exactly. But we need to know that where that long run and that short run cross, that is going to be considered expected inflation. If it increases, we know it has to be a rightward shift of your short run Phillips curve. So I think we're okay with that. What is the effect of the increase in inflation on the long run Phillips curve? There's no change. Long run Phillips curve is not affected by that. Given the increase in the expected rate of inflation, will the nominal interest rate on new loans increase, decrease, or remain the same? Let's think about that for just a second. If inflation is 10%, if I asked you a question and I said, what's the minimum you would charge somebody? If you knew or you thought you expected inflation to be going up by 10%, what would you charge for money that you loan somebody? What would the minimum amount be that you would charge? Well, if let's say you weren't looking to make any money, you would charge a nominal interest rate of 10%. Because if your interest rate is 10%, we subtract the inflation from that, and that would give us our real interest rate, which in this instance would be 0. So wouldn't it be understandable that if we thought the rate was going to be 15%, if we expected the inflation rate to go up, wouldn't we expect our nominal rate to have to go up to 15% if we expected to make 0 again? Obviously, if the price level's going up, we should expect our nominal rates to go up also, right? If bankers don't raise their rates, they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose money. So we would expect the nominal rates would increase because they want to keep pace with inflation, if we could say it. Will the real interest rate on new loans increase, decrease, or remain unchanged? Yeah, I don't know that. Will the new real rate of interest on new loans increase, decrease, or remain the same? If the expected inflation goes up, wouldn't we expect them to remain? We would expect you to change your nominal rate, and therefore real rates would not change. I'm not sure about that one. I don't often get tricked, but that one's kind of, it's late. E, assume that the nominal interest rate is 8. All right. Borrowers and lenders expect the rate of inflation to be 3. The growth rate of real GDP is 4. That doesn't affect us, I don't think. Minus the 3%, shouldn't our real interest rate be 5%? Nominal minus inflation should equal real. All right, guys, I think that's right. And I'll check that. If not, I'll do it again. Anyway, if this is what it was, remain unchanged, then I was right. All right, be safe. Bye.